Welcome back, and today I'm going to review the DiGiorno Thin Crust Pizza. So if you enjoy my videos, hit the like, subscribe. We're at 19 subscribers. If you guys have anything you want me to review, post below in the comments. I feel like my DiGiorno reviews do the best, so review more DiGiornos. See what it looks like. I bought this yesterday, so it's defrosted. All these pizzas are meant to be why doesn't it ever open correctly? Like, all these pizzas are meant to be cooked frozen, but I don't have a freezer, so this is going to be a little more soft. Oh, it's square? It said nothing about being a square crust. That's not a big deal. It'll still fit. Okay. This is the cooking instructions. So it says preheat to 400. Place pizza directly on oven rack. That's good. So, I mean, that's good or bad because it's a square, because it might... I have to like rotate it. Like, it cooks and then it sags, and then once you rotate it, then it just doesn't sag anymore. So, but this looks good already. They all cost like roughly the same price. Like here's how much. There's like a few different kind. There's like a margarita kind. Okay, so it cost $7.63 from Walmart, and Walmart is the only one that sells the thin crust. Like, Target sells other ones. But one thing to know is that, like, the pepperoni pizza also costs the same price, the margarita pizza costs the same price, and the cheese pizza costs the same price. So that's why I got a Supreme. Usually I don't get like Supremes because they cost more, but not in this case. And the pizza's defrosted, so it's gonna be, might be a little bit annoying to put in the oven. I can't even pick this up. I'm gonna have to put it on the crust. I mean, on this, and then slide it in. Whoa! Don't leave that on top. It's warm, but I thought it was gonna be hot. This is what it looks like. Don't be annoying. Yeah, it's like these pizzas, like if it was frozen, it'll just be so much easier to put in there. Alright, it looks like it's gonna sag a little bit on the sides, but that's not a big deal. And it fits well. Alright, the pizza's been in there for 15 minutes. It says 20 minutes, but that's if it was frozen. Because the cheese is getting really cooked. This is what it looks like. It's steaming. Oh, nice. The cheese is stretchy because it's like, since I tilted it, it's starting this to rip. I guess I'm gonna square cut it. A pie cut will look kind of weird. My first job, all our pizzas were square cut, unless they were a Chicago style. I guess a pan pizza. Pan pizzas were always pie cut. So I'm so used to doing square cut. Like, we had a big knife. Like, real pizza, I feel like authentic pizza joints don't use the pizza roller. That pizza roller is just so bad. We had one huge knife and do exactly what I did. You rock it. So you don't need a pizza cutter to cut pizza. But I'm gonna let this wait because it's steaming. All right, it's been cooled off. Hopefully enough. One thing I don't like is like raw ingredients on the pizza. Like, if they roast the bell peppers, because I feel like it's gonna make the pizza kind of wet or moist. All right, so this is what the crust looks like. Like the one thing I always complain about pizzas are the crust. See how good it is. Really thin crust. It's like a cracker crust. My first job, we had cracker crust pizza. I mean, thin crust pizza. I mean, we use the same crust. Like the same crust would rise if you make it double dough. It's like they had machine press it, so the machine just pressed it less. So how is this crust? But the crust tastes like a cracker. This one tastes my favorite pizza, my favorite DiGiorno. This one on screen. I think it's the last one I reviewed. Still hot. Do I like this crust? I feel like it's good. This might be is this the hand toss? I don't know. A thin version of the hand toss. It's so hot. Yeah. They're like raw. They're cooked from raw. I'm still unsure. Do I like this? Let me show you what it looks like. Let me get this one. That's what it looks like. And the crust. I think it's not as good as the other one I reviewed. But why? I'm trying to figure out. I'm so picky on crust. The ingredients are all good. Whoa, the cheese stretch, that's nice. Pepperoni is good. Whoa, cheese really stretched. I like that. Look at this. I want to see that. The cheese got to do that. It has to do that. The sauce is good. I mean, all DiGiorno sauce is exactly the same. Do I like the crust? I mean, I don't hate it. It's not as airy as I would want it. Because, you see this part right here? It should be airy, you know. Like the other one I reviewed. The hand toss. Yeah, it should be airy right here. I feel like they're always using different crust. Let me read the ingredients now. Enriched flour, wheat, barley, malt, flour. Oh, I mean, that's what's in the flour. Because here's the thing, I've had like, my favorite thin crust pizzas are the Good and Gathered ones. And Trader Joe's has good thin crust pizzas. So I'm comparing this to that. So that's why I'm getting really picky right now. Where's the ingredients? Baking powder. Baking powder in a crust? I don't It says baking powder in there. It says yeast, of course, but baking powder. Yeast should be a lot more fluffier than this. That's the only thing I fault DiGiorno. It's like I like only one crust, and the crust is doing this weird thing. It's got this layer thing, like right here. I feel like this is what I went to culinary school and have not baked enough stuff to know what it looks like. But see, it looks like it's layer. I feel like this layer is caused by baking powder or not enough yeast, because this wouldn't happen with the yeast. I mean, with the yeasted, if they put enough yeast. See, there's like this weird layers and stuff. I mean, it's not weird, but that's something you never see in a pizza crust, ever. I mean, my first job, we had thin crust pizza, but the thin crust pizza rose and it was the same crust. Like, I feel like if they used the same crust here that they used for the hand toss, this would be perfect, but I don't think this is the hand toss crust. Because the hand toss crust tastes like bread. It's like, this tastes like a good quality bread, but I mean, I was talking about the hand tossed tastes like a good quality bread. This tastes like, I don't know. Because that's the only thing I fault DiGiorno on. The ingredients are good. It's a good price for this. They put, let me write the sausage. It's alright. The sausage is alright. Not as much flavor as what I would have hoped. It's like the first sausage pizza I tried from DiGiorno. I usually just get pepperoni. I mean, the ingredients look good. I mean, this is what happens when we put raw ingredients. I want like roast bell peppers. I want roast onions. Like, I want roast ingredients on the pizza. So therefore, yeah, because they still have a little bite to it. The ingredients are also a little bite. Because if they're roasted, they wouldn't have that. They'll be they won't have any bite to them. But that's what you get with the raw ingredients on pizza. But the crust, it's better than the other DiGiorno's crust, but it's not as good as the hand tossed. Yeah, that's what I feel like. If they use the same ingredients or the same crust that they use in the hand toss, this would be perfect. But let me rate all the ingredients. So the cheese is good. I mean, you saw the cheese stretch. It's good on the cheese stretch. It's good. The sauce is good. DiGiorno sauce, if you had DiGiorno, you know what it tastes like. Pepperoni is good. Sausage, I mean, sausage could get better, but it's still good. Like, there's not much, this just tastes like sausage. Like, typically on pizza, it's Italian sausage, and Italian sausage has, like, a little more flavor than this. But it's still good. But the crust, that's what the crust looks like. It doesn't provide that cracker crust I'm used to, because I used to eat so much of these cracker thin crust pizzas from my last job. Not last job, years ago. Decade ago, years ago. Last decade. Nah. Last 2 decades. I mean, the crust is good, but it's not as good as the hand toss. The hand toss is the best DiGiorno crust. So I guess I can rate it. Yeah, anything else I can rate? I mean, look at that. I mean, it does this splitting thing. Like, see how it splits? Why does it split? I don't know enough about baking to answer that question. And you look on the bottom, but that's because they probably press it. It does this thing. I feel like this is better than the other DiGiorno's, but not as good as the hand-tossed DiGiorno. That's the best crust DiGiorno has. If DiGiorno used a hand-tossed crust, because the hand-tossed crust was incredible. It tastes like bread. It tastes like a high-quality bread, like a Italian bread, French loaf or something. Just really, really good. This tastes like, I don't know, just like a different kind of bread. Because on top of it, it looks different. I mean, bread doesn't do this layer thing. I don't know what kind of bread does this layer thing. I mean, actually I do know. Croissant does this kind of dough. Like, it has its layers, like croissants, because they fold it. But what causes this to happen? It's probably left over from how they press it. And it doesn't have enough yeast to cause it to spring. Because look at this right here. It's not as springy because yeast makes it springy, and it just compresses. So I feel like they put a lot of baking powder. And I remember, like, pizza dough does not have baking powder in it. Like, it has yeast, sugar, salt, water, maybe oil. That's it. I mean, there's no baking powder. I feel like this is what baking powder would do to it. So okay, so the only flaw this pizza has is the crust, because I'm not liking it. I mean, I would, if I'm gonna buy this DiGiorno, I'm gonna buy the hand tossed again. I mean, it's not terrible. It's number 2 crust. Croissant crust is pretty good too. I don't know. But yeah, this is not the best DiGiorno crust. The best DiGiorno crust is the hand tossed, because that tastes incredible. It tastes like bread, like high quality bread. So the only flaw this pizza has is the crust. So that's why it's not gonna get a 9 out of 10. So it's gonna get an 8 out of 10. So if you enjoyed my videos, hit the like, subscribe, and I'm out.